So if I had to say who the least one I would like to, like if you had to tune me out, come pick me up, please, the world's ending, I'd be like, Cuzzy, sorry, the van's full.
Sorry, Cuzzy, the van's full.
Turn the lights down and just put this on. It's right behind you.
Hey, yo, what's happening, my fans? Welcome to another episode of TMM, good people. It's the Media Meltdown. Shout out for coming through. You know what it is. It's your boy Benson Strax, a.k.a. The Big Fish, a.k.a. What's a host, a ghost. And yes, we are back. It's another week. We got a whole lot to talk about, but we don't waste too much time. You know how to get a hold of us. It's on all the platforms. It pops up down here. And I'm just going to go around and say how's it to the team so you can see that everybody is nice. And obviously, you know where we start. My boy, Wolf, what's good?
What's good, Cuzzy? What's good?
Oh, hey, dope.
We got to get the show on the road before the Wi-Fi gets taken out worldwide, with World War III happening, guys. Shit's going down. As you can see, we've got a little bit of a change in the studio. There's some remodeling going on here, so we had to just
go back to
work with what we got, and but we're still here. We're still pushing.
100%.
And that's all that matters.
Yeah, and obviously, you know what it is. We got the gents behind the camera that you don't see. These are the guys that don't have faces like myself and Wolves. But even Wolf, I don't know how he's doing it. I'm fucking around, Cuzzy.
Yeah, I'm good looking, Cuzzy.
I'm just
keep
playing
telling
with you.
yourself that.
That's a confident. NQ, what's good, brother? How you doing?
Hey, yo, it's all good. It's all good. Just touching on that, I think that on this side of the camera, the guys are actually good looking. So I don't know what's happening right now. I think it's for a reason.
Hey,
someone needs an artist.
I
But
got
anyway,
Chad on the camera earlier, and
Fucking ugly.
he was looking good, bro.
Hey,
He was looking good.
Hey,
I think one
better not be at a Diddy
one-
party
one-
here, and I don't know.
ain't nothing like a titty party.
One day we should just like do a reverse roll and like on Halloween. Let's do it on Halloween. We do a Halloween edition.
We should.
But we get them behind the camera and we on that side on the
You get them behind
side.
the camera to come behind the mic.
Yeah,
We get there and everything's
exactly.
blurry. Chad, everything's blurry, bro. There's nothing showing.
You are the king of
Yeah, shot, Kazi, bro.
Dub,
It'll be a
Yeah.
good one. It'll be a good show. I think we got something. We can maybe do something like that.
But how you doing?
Chad
Any-
saw himself on camera and he's down, guys.
No, not really.
I'm worried about the guys behind the camera. The one guy didn't tell us how he's doing. We asked him how he's doing.
Yeah.
And then the other guy, he just started talking.
Okay,
What's going on, man?
listen. I'm good. It's another week. We out here. We're
Yes, sir.
making sure that we're
Glad he found his sunglasses.
Yeah, I got my glasses back, guys. It's just a great day. Good to be with the boys and excited for the show. AKA NQ the brand. Follow if you're nice. If you're not, goodbye.
Yes, sir. And obviously,
Able.
you know what it is. We got the boy, the guy behind the cam. He goes by the name of Big Shaq.
Like
What's
that,
happening?
Thank you. Hey, yeah, bruh. Same. Another week. Yeah, we are podcasting. I know we missed last week. Yeesh, bro. Coming with
Hey.
excuses all the
Hey,
time.
lots of the time, man. You're telling people we'll be back next week. But look, man, we had to go missing. Cause God damn, I feel like the world's losing its goddamn mind. We are all missing something. And I think it's something that everybody's come across. I think it's something that everybody is kind of concerned about. But you know what it is? The hot topic is wolves. So you give us what you got, brother. Throw them bombs at me.
Excuse the pun, eh?
Excuse the punch.
There's only one topic on everybody's lips at the moment.
Yep.
And that is World War III. Last week, I think it was Sunday, 22nd of June. Trump just decided, cool, we are going to bomb Iran, take out all their nuclear...
Stations, yeah.
No, their nuclear testing facilities, where the scientists are trying to figure out clean energy and
Just
stuff
all
like
the math,
that.
yeah.
But Iran have declared that they have nuclear weapons. So now these bunkers were like stories underground. And America bombed all 3 of their nuclear facilities and wiped them off the face of the earth.
Yeah, well, now you see, bruh, this makes me worried. Being South African makes me worried.
Trump's too trigger happy.
Yeah, that's another thing, bro. Like, is they, you know what they did to, you know, when they did that Zuma must fall, Zuma must go. Can't they do that to Trump? Like, because, bro, he's stirring shit up.
The Americans, although they got freedom of speech, they don't have the balls to do that. Not like our South Africans, bro.
Yeah, but dude, it's insane. It's insane to think that the conversation of World War III is an actual conversation. Now, at first, when I saw, like, obviously the trend kind of thing, I was like, it's just another trend. People playing a lot on conspiracy theories and misconceptions.
Yeah, and you love your conspiracy theories.
Cause I was sitting there, and I can tell when there's one from a mile away. But now, I don't think it's a conspiracy now. I think World War III
I always thought
is looming.
if there is ever going to be a World War III, it wouldn't be in our lifetime. Like, because we're at a point in life where, guys, we can have a meeting, we can have a sit down. It's 2025. We're not flipping. We're not in the Elizabethan times where we have to go and sword fight on a battlefield or something, you know?
I think the communication's there and also the technology, so we should be able to
Yeah.
just
Should
talk
be able
about
to,
it.
yeah.
I mean,
And
as
I
human
think-
beings, otherwise what's making us any better than
Exactly.
animals, bro?
If
we
you're
can't talk about it.
dropping nukes, the after effects
Oh, insane.
are insane. You're
Yeah.
ruining the whole world. So in actual fact, you're fucking yourself.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm saying, is there, if they go nuclear, is there a win? Because like, look, if you're nuking Africa, that's a lot of no-go zones after that.
Yeah.
Where
Also,
there's
I don't
minerals.
think anybody would be nuking Africa.
No, hear me out. I'm talking in the context of like, I feel like it's a dumb move to go nuke on planet Earth just because of the minerals and the way the Earth is designed. You know what I mean? Like, because obviously we know after a nuke you can't go there, radiation, this and that. So like, I think the war is more on the cyber side of things. You know what I mean?
That's how it'll start. They'll attack like the Wi-Fi, internet,
Yeah.
satellites.
Make people go
That's
crazy.
it. Because at the end of the day, if you can't communicate with your troops, you're at a disadvantage when it comes to battle. And China's already moved forces to Australia. Trump had forces moved to up that side last week already before they launched the nukes, just to like show face, you know. But he got them to agree, both Iran and Israel, to that peace treaty.
Yeah. And then a couple of hours later,
Iran was bombing them again.
But you see, that's the thing, bro.
And yeah, they were both.
Yeah, but you know, we keep saying World War III is coming. Isn't World War III here already? I just feel like
Because
this is...
in South Africa, we've been living World War III for a long time. Kazi. We've been battling load shedding, fuel price hikes, flipping looting,
floods.
Kazi, we've been living in World War III, my man.
Yeah.
If World War III think they're going to come and take South Africa, they better pack their lunch. Because it's going to be a long day.
Look, strategically, where South Africa is positioned, this is allegedly. Hey, someone told me you must start using the word allegedly if you're not sure. Like every other podcaster. But we're in a position where we kind of can see people coming towards us and people coming from the back, because remember, we're at the tip. Right, so it's and then after that it's ocean, right?
Just give it a tip. Yeah, I get it.
You know what I mean? So that for me is not comforting enough. If you saying we are in BRICS and Russia is you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like South Africa is kind of like, I feel like we're gonna get caught in the middle, and I'm not about to be drafted for no war.
South Africa is like the cousin at the bra. The one who didn't bring anything.
Nah, he has to vibe with
But
everyone.
he wants to take a Tupperware home. Like, you know?
Nah, he's gonna vibe with
part
everyone.
We're part of BRICS. We don't want to fight. But we're gonna reap the unnecessary benefits of war. If we side with Russia. Yes, we are part of BRICS. But if World War III actually does have to happen, the cleverest thing to do is side with America, because their army and their arsenal and everything, even if Russia and Pakistan, because Pakistan has already said that they are going to side with Iran.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
They do have nuclear weapons.
Okay, but like that to me sounds like a statement. A DA Vito would tunic say like we must just like I feel like we need to think beyond the war type of thing. So we know the whole story with the BRICS thing. We know the advantages and disadvantages of the BRICS thing. You know what I mean? But I feel like South Africa shouldn't be even you saying siding with America would be smarter. If China and Russia come together, don't they have a bigger army than the States? Plus you got India in there.
Let's look at history, Kazi.
No, wait. No, let's not get to history. Let's just look on paper.
India's with America.
Yeah.
India's with America.
Yeah, but they're part of BRICS, so how does that work?
But
I want to know
what I'm
how
sa-
does that work? Like,
that's
if
what
you're
I'm
part
saying.
of BRICS, how do you side with America?
And look, another thing is, bruh, like, I just don't think South Africa should be in any war. Like, if you look at our army size, like,
And you know that South Africa,
MQ's ripping me at the
South Africa was the first country, FW de Klerk.
Yeah.
South Africa was the first country to willingly destroy their nuclear weapons.
Which was such a dumb move.
That was stupid, bro.
That was so dumb.
That was stupid.
But you know what?
You know, back in the day,
Because
we
your
had
God got
one
the
of
dark hills,
we had one of the we were scrick of that because if we had nukes, you guys would bomb us. Like,
That's what you guys were thinking.
Not us, but I mean, yeah.
Your uncles.
Not my uncles.
Your forefathers.
I'm English, bro. Those are
Oh, your
Afrikaners,
cousins.
Cassie.
Your
They're not even related.
They knew what they were doing. Exactly.
Hey,
but
Kazi,
now it's coming back to bite us now.
We're
Now we need nukes.
gonna lose the selection. We can't give these guys the nukes, bro. Bomb that shit, Kazi.
No.
Excuse that pun.
But look, we had a lack of conversation about like now that we're on South Africa, right? My question is like to you, gents, like our army compared to other armies. Because look, bruh, another thing is the guy that's leading the country is very shaky. You don't know where he's falling. You know? He's proper. He's captured, not the States. He's definitely captured. You know what I mean? So
Well said by an MK supporter.
Ramaphosa's been captured by a puppet for sure. But my thing is like I feel like as much as Trump is fucking pulling us into war, like he's pulling like American citizens into war for no reason, in a sense, right? I feel like Ramaphosa has got the capabilities of saying something stupid at the wrong time, and then we end up having to fucking go be drafted for a war and all that stuff. And another thing
Me, I'm not vying nowhere. Say my skills are for the posy and for my people, bro.
No, but it doesn't work like
nowhere.
it doesn't work like
We're
that.
going up to
your
we're going up to the
survival
farms,
skills, though?
bro.
How's your survival skills, though?
Bro, I'm heavy, bro.
Can you make a fire without matches?
Bro, any day, bro.
I don't believe you.
I'll
Because
make you
some
now
of
with
you
the stone.
motherfuckers
No,
are gonna have
really.
to
I don't
learn
believe
that
it.
shit, bro.
Bro, I can skin animals, bro.
Can-
Me, I come farm style. Dude,
Except-
my background is heavy.
And he went to an Afrikaans school, so you must know he knows how to farm. cuz.
Except, me, I'm there. I'll make you O's fast.
When the shit hits the fan, the first motherfucker I'm fetching is this oak, bro.
Oh, I'm telling you.
I'm coming to save your ass in my cab, bro.
I'm
We're
a
gonna
tool,
hit those
except-
mountains. We're gonna live like kings, bro.
But then Russia
One
and
day you'll know.
Russian and Chinese fleets were also spotted mobilizing, which is kind of scary.
The thing that I don't like about this, I was trying to figure out how to word it. Both Putin and fucking Trump,
Yeah.
who's now proved it, are both crazy motherfuckers, bro.
Yeah, if you guys didn't see Trump as crazy, then you're
Those-
just as crazy
like
as the Americans.
the whole world's parking, bro. We're enjoying the weekend. I was clapping doors, having a bra. Wake up on Sunday morning, fucking Trump bombs America. Like, Jesus, dude. How's the
Bruh.
heads up? Like, send a smoke signal or something.
Yeah,
I'm about
'cause-
to blow up the world. You know?
Bro, but-
And he didn't even send the bombs that he dropped. They called bunker busters.
Oh no, those are heavy, bro.
That thing traveled fucking
Straight down.
meters down, bro. It, like everyone's watched. What's that?
G.I. Joe.
No, man. It's like a zombie movie with. There's even a fucking TV game about it and stuff.
Doomsday.
No, Mila Djokovic. No, Mila Cherry. What's
Bro, black people don't watch scary movies.
Yeah.
We only play FIFA.
We focus on positive shit, bro.
We only play FIFA.
Okay, well then, anyway. So this bomb travels more than 30 meters underground, bro.
This is the bunker. What?
The bunker buster.
Yeah, the bunker buster.
There's 3 types of bunker busters. So they use the biggest one, which is called a GBU 57A.
This is now America sending to the.
So they detonate after they make entry.
They go down. They're like a drill, my bro. They
And
drill
at the
down.
end, boom.
So there's 3 different types. You've got a 900 kg one, which is like.
And you still don't want to side with America after hearing this, because
Yeah,
you don't think
exactly.
about three
I don't know.
opposing.
I feel like
I'm rethinking that fucking refugee status, man.
Hey,
I'm
do you
telling
know why I say Benson is because with Russia at the moment, Ukraine's beating them. So
Yeah.
and they like a small little
tiny country,
and
bro.
and they're getting help from North Korea and they're
got
losing, bro.
They got farmers flipping helping them win the war.
The one I would say is China, but I mean,
I don't know, bro. I feel like look. I think
China
I
won't
think
mess with us because they got too much money
Can I-
in our country.
Can I say, for me, the one thing that would make me not side with Russia is the simple fact that I feel like their inventory is fucked. They been engaging in a war, Their inventory is
Yeah,
fucked.
they got no weapons.
They've got fuck all, bro. By the
Yeah.
time you side with them, you are easily kind of like. First and foremost, South Africa, 75,000.
Where's Germany in this whole thing? They're quite quiet.
You
eh?
must be careful.
And they've been notorious for shit.
Those are the Afrikaners. You must be careful, Kazi. They're waiting for everyone to deplete, Kazi, and then they tune. "Hoe gaan het, mense?" That's what they're gonna come through and say.
Let's hear
I've got a
NQ's,
conspiracy
here.
theory, right? So obviously
I wanna hear
after whatever apartheid and all that, and since our liberation as a country, like Europe doesn't have as much hold on us, but they still do have.
They're not
their
as
ties.
scary as they used to be.
Exactly. So what if the scare of World War III is just a plot on Africa and taking over more land? Because if war happens, we probably, I don't know how strong our military is, but by
It's
the
not
numbers,
strong at
but
all,
exactly
guys.
by the numbers that I've heard, it's not really strong. So what if that's like an orchestrated thing to take over more land because we have a lot of resource?
I don't think anyone's interested in bothering with Africa as a whole. I mean, we don't
But
have
we
it.
have
We
the
don't.
resource.
I know, but we don't have like any economic pull on the whole world.
But now that we're in BRICS or we're choosing sides, if we're on the wrong sides, that gives
Yeah, obviously, bro. The land doesn't own to anyone.
Strategically,
I would
Land doesn't
hope.
own to
I would
anyone
hope.
anyway.
Who's to say O's can't start bombing each other to get land again? And tomorrow we're staying in America now. United States
I would
of
hope the
America.
guys in the GNU, who are pretty much the guys running the country. Yes, Ramaphosa's ANC and he's the president, but it's the GNU who make the
As a whole,
decisions.
yeah.
As a whole, it's voted. So I would hope that the GNU, the Steenhuisens, the Malemas, everyone who's part of the GNU would make the decision to choose the right side. Yes,
I don't
Russia
think we
and
shouldn't
China
even. I
have
don't even think we should
invested.
choose a side
Why?
because, dog. I just feel like choosing. I feel like
should-
choosing a side is more dangerous.
Burkina Faso, bruh.
Look, that's people.
I love that Bali.
I would.
Ibrahim
but we
Traore.
don't- No, I would.
I love the way he's running that country.
Look,
dude.
But we will have to choose a side.
Look, I know,
We will.
I know,
We're
I know
gonna-
that.
We have
I know
to.
that. I know that. But
And
we need to
that
choose a
gives
side.
them enough rights to have any opposing act.
100%. But what I'm saying
You
is,
know?
we need to choose a side in a way that's not gonna put us in the front line.
Obvious.
That's
You
what
know,
we'll
it-
always do.
America
Our
will never-
presidents know how strong we are.
Don't say it's all what we're gonna do. Just go back on the NQ. Like I said this earlier,
Yeah.
is that you don't want our president saying something at the wrong time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He's not Jay-Z, cuz Only
also
Jay-Z
not-
made
it's
the
not
flops
our
on the
parliament.
camera.
Our parliament
if
is
Jay-Z was the
different.
president, I wouldn't be worried about any
Yeah,
strikes
because
or
he won't
anything.
want to go to war, nothing.
Not even that. He's just
They
he's
took the
just
wrong guy
intelligent
away.
enough to not get us in that position. That's why I'm saying with
Yeah, he's
Ramaphosa.
focused on fattening his pockets
Yeah,
instead.
and that's what makes. Yeah, no, what you mean? Because he that one made black millionaires. You fucking around. You better respect Jay-Z. No, Jacob Zuma.
Hey, that's
Nah,
a real
bruh,
nigga,
fuck.
bro. I was also
With
on
what
the
we've had,
projects
with
there.
what we've had, for me, Jacob Zuma. I know the Vitos, they don't schmuck, bro. But Jacob, dog. Jacob, he made black billionaires, bro. He kind of closed the gap, even though it was like a 0.01.
It was all his friends, so it doesn't really count.
Nah, bro, but
you know?
but that trickles down a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, dude, I'm telling you now, if Jay-Z was in Ramaphosa's situation as this world war is approaching, I'm telling you now, bro. Even our Gen Zs would be able to fight in that shit.
Wow.
Way, you must give them androids to control,
The man
maybe.
is a strategist.
They're going to be flying those pilotless airplanes. That's what they're going to all be sitting in one room with this headphones on that you can't see anything, like that. You've seen that movie Ready Player One, where they're all in that fake world and shit. That's what
like
that
VR headset.
Yeah,
With the
that's
VR
what,
headset,
That's
yeah.
what fucking Gen Z soldiers are going to
You know what I'm glad of now is like the introduction of MMA, mixed martial arts, and all that into like pop culture and all that, and kids are really following that. So a lot of kids are like,
Especially the
exercising
nerdy
that.
kids are getting
Exactly,
into
are
it, bro.
getting
I love
into that,
I love
and like
Yeah,
I
if
think
you're catching
I
an
think
ass
this is a
whipping
good
every
time.
day.
Yeah. How was that for you? Did you get an ass whipping at school?
Because I was the one giving us big hardings.
So you were
I
a
was
bully,
wrong.
eh? You were a bully,
No, I wasn't a bully, but I would
I
resolve.
remember you were chubby back in the day.
And I would resolve with. I wouldn't resolve with conversation.
Bro,
that was man.
Langer Benson, sorry.
What
That
you-
was a slip there. No, but you were Langer back in those
Yeah,
days.
yeah, 100% wasn't Benson.
So when I met Langer, we were in like primary school, and he was this little chubby latte, bro. But let me tell you, that I could outrun anybody.
It was
bro.
so weird,
And
eh?
It was like physics, bro. You know, an apple and a bowling ball fall at the same speed. My bro, this I would have proved that law incorrect, bro.
It was so weird. eh?
He was playing wing at our soccer team,
Round as fuck.
round, cause then sprinting like Ryan Giggs used to do back in the old days, bro. Like, shit you not. This was legit, cuz.
It was so weird.
This was legit.
'cause
That's
like
how far back we go.
But I'll tell you another there was a lach when we jammed. I don't know how the fuck we got into soccer, but yes, is Chad behind the camera, right? We you know how we used to play at Baggies?
Yeah,
At
yeah.
the back of Baggies after a
On the
jaw
field, yeah.
on a Sunday. This one there would rock
Sunday
up.
soccer, that's been a
big thing in
Warner
Teddy.
Beach staple for years, bro.
Bro, we
Until
need to-
it got a little bit more dilapidated and they took the goals away.
What you need to do is you need to
You need to reach out to your Jay-Z bras and get the municipality to hook us up and put
No,
the
we don't
field
need we don't
down.
need polls. You know what we need to do? We need to get a bra who's got a portable, who's got CDJs and a fucking inverter or a generator, play music in the fucking corner, and then O's jam, bro. Take it back to them.
Who's gonna cut the grass? Where's the goalpost?
Cause the fucking grass will fall as we play. Cause it'll fucking fold over.
Cussy soccer, bro.
All Chad did in a soccer game was kick. Whether it was ball or human being or air, that's what he did. He would kick, bruh. But those days, dude, was a different time. I could be drafted for the junior army for South Africa. But if you draft me now, I'm not saying I'm a Gen Z, but I got a whole lot of habits that are similar to these motherfucking Gen Zs.
Luckily, conscription is no longer a thing in South Africa, but there is legislation in our law that permits our president to create a scenario in their benefit, obviously, or in the nation's benefit ultimately, where they can put in a law to temporarily conscript people.
into the army.
So it's obviously between the ages of
18 to
18 and 25.
25.
So we save, cousin.
Hey, we save,
We
cousin!
save, bro. We save.
We save.
We save, cousin. It's one of the only times I'm glad I'm old as fuck,
man.
bro. That's it. Like,
Plus I got a bad knee, cousin. Plus I got a fucking bad knee. Imagine.
Yeah. I'll do the army's fucking social media if they need.
I'll fucking vlog. I'll vlog. What? I'll be your Bigfoot, Kazi. I'll do the vlog.
Yeah. It's 2025. The army has to have a social media page. Bro.
Oh, dude, it has to
We'll
be.
volunteer for that shit.
Gotta keep up with the fucking
Yeah,
times,
yeah.
Kazi. That's crazy, but like, at the end of the day, bro, like, I feel, honestly speaking, and I was gonna ask you guys this question, but I'm thinking of actually answering the question. So what I was gonna ask you is, if World War III had to go down, né? If World War III had to go down, what 5 being the highest, 0 being the lowest, what are South Africa's chances of survival? And bearing in mind where we positioned, and what advantages that brings, and then obviously the financial side. But you guys kind of know the roundup of everything. So, like, what do you think our chances would be from scale of 5 to 0?
It depends, eh? You gotta when you're looking at war, you gotta look at key points of interest, like airports, harbors.
Malls.
No, not really malls. What do other countries want with your mall?
Airports. It's airports,
so it's
harbors.
gonna be like airports, oil refineries, like Saprev, trading areas.
Yeah.
We do have a nuclear facility where we are studying like nuclear energy and stuff like that, because I mean, used wisely, nuclear energy is an amazing thing. It can power us forever, bro. But
Yeah.
because some cake decided, let's make it a bomb, you know.
Yeah.
There's even a movie about it, bro. You know. See, now I lost my frame of thought because
Kazi,
I'm just
we're not
picturing-
go-
I'm
we're
just
not going
picturing
anywhere.
big nukes falling around.
Getting old,
So yes,
Kazi.
we do have
Getting old.
a nuclear facility. So for us here in Durban, on the coast, Toti, Montclair, all those coastal places, Bluff.
Yeah, I say Bluff because the Bluff people get upset if you don't mention them.
Wentworth, yeah, we mention them too. We're all pretty fucked.
Yeah.
Because we got the oil refinery, we got Sapref, we got the airports. Excuse me. And I think they might even bomb the old airport just for interest's sake. You know?
That's why I said malls.
Because it's got a runway.
No, but that's why I said malls as well, because as well, remember in those attacks, there's always messages behind it. Like if they're hitting malls, that means they're targeting people. You know what I mean? Like
those are terrorist attacks, Kazi.
Yeah, but in a war, Kazi, those rules kind of do come into play. You know, because imagine you having a child.
Majority of the time, though, it's terrorist attacks.
You know, imagine you having a child here by chicken licking and it's you and your wings that are fried now, and it's over. But look,
But it's crazy that there's some people in other parts of the world that's a reality too. You know.
Yeah, because now you're making me feel like shit for laughing halfway through this whole fucking show.
There's a child in Africa.
Oh, bro, I'm leaving.
So our major areas that are going to get, like if war has to come to South Africa, the major areas to avoid will be Johannesburg because it's an economic hub, Pretoria because it's our political capital, Cape Town because it's got a naval base, Durban because it's a major port. It's key for logistics, trade, and naval significance.
Because they're moving to the
apparently
Eastern Cape.
Durban, you know, apparently Durban has one. Apparently Durban has one of the most, or had one of the most secure harbors in the world.
It doesn't help anymore after that.
I know.
I'm moving to the Eastern Cape.
No, you can't, because Port Elizabeth is our second biggest port, and they would also get bombed.
Limpopo it is.
Yo, gents, in that era there'd be no trolls. Like people would be going through the most. Where do you escape?
Yeah, but
to?
how do you draw when there's a war happening, Kazi?
Bro, think about it. This is South Africa, bro. This is South Africa. South Africans will find any reason to drink, dude. Look at lockdown. Oh, they're doing hopscotch and Tembisa.
But man, you see, lockdown didn't have.
Oh, they're still drinking.
Lockdown didn't have fucking pumpkin shrapnel coming at you and and Desert Eagles being shot and missiles coming through. What was the other one? The bunker what? That missile, the bunker what?
The bunker buster.
The bunker buster. There was none of that. That's the thing with COVID. Like, that was a different war. That was a mental war. I feel like this war, obviously, it's AI, drones, and then for me, you know what it feels like? It feels like if you're in the front line and you're actually physically carrying a gun and invading places, if we ever get to that stage, I feel like that's the front line. No matter where you are in that front line, you could be in the office saying push the button. You know what I mean? But you front line. And then there's O's that are pushing the drones. Nah? That's your second team. That's your like
Yeah, they're over. They're vying over first. Yeah, the drones first.
It's the guy after the foreman. It's the guy after the foreman, whether it's an engineer or management or whatever the case may be. That would be your drone guys. Those would be your drone guys. They would come
your
through.
Gen Z boys.
Your Gen Zs. Yeah, that's how that's where I'd put Gen Zs if I draft them. I wouldn't draft Gen Zs to be front line.
I'd put the Gen Zs like in that squad. You know that squad that you send to infiltrate before, like behind the lines.
Oh, we'll get bopped because those can't keep quiet.
No, yeah, true.
They can't keep quiet. They got too much energy.
Send a Palis there. Yeah.
Yeah, but look, so you would
Nah,
have the
because
drones.
these Gen Z's got no personality, bro. They just chill behind the PC. I've checked, bro.
Because the Gen Zs, it's like that question that went viral on the internet. 100 men versus a gorilla, and most of the strategies were like, if you agree with the gorilla, you're like, the first two O's see that gorilla rip the first two O's to shreds.
They're running. Cause
O's are running, so psychologically,
you already lost, bro.
you've already lost.
And the way that it would rip out
You see, Gen
would not
Zs,
be pretty.
Gen Zs are very emotional. You know what I mean? So
Oh shit!
They're in touch with their feelings, cause
dog, you put
war
those
is not made for them.
those you and those motherfuckers are such sellouts, bro. They'll sell each other out, bro. Gen Zs are such sellouts, bro. They'll snitch, like your bro will snitch on you. You know what I mean? And sometimes it's not for personal gain. I just think it's just like being a Gen Z, you know. But I'm just saying, dog, if Gen Zs are put in the front line, or even put in that drone department, they see someone die, dude. Even
They're
they
gonna
see
be
someone
cannon
die on
fodder,
video,
that's
they
it.
will lose their shit, bro. They'll be, it's too violent. And you know what? Another thing is, for me, I feel like Gen Zs don't really have any, like, look, they have a reality, but their reality is not even close to the people that the generations before us,
I'd put forward
right?
the Palis
and
that
our
already-
generation.
I'd
You
put
want me
forward.
to go and fight?
No, I'm saying the Palis that are already in the war, that are already, they still want to. They
Send
must-
them front line.
They must
Send
to
the
shoot,
Gen
bro.
Zs, bro. They think there's more than one gender. What
Nah,
the fuck?
they must
Confusion.
shooting. Send the Palis. They'll be focused. They'll take it seriously. Like this the last
War
day.
will be over quick and sharp.
Quick and sharp. Then the lights come after. They broom over.
The lighties come after.
Yeah.
I think with the Gen
drones.
Zs, Benson, I don't think they'll fret like when they see how violent it is, just because of they'll probably be using drones or whatever. So they're used to seeing with the shooter games with, let's just say, Fortnite or
Yeah.
whatever it is. They're used to
Desensitized.
seeing it on the screen, so they can
Desensitized,
detach themselves from it.
Until it's Frank from down the road that you saw get smoked on a drone.
And he shot his pants.
Yeah,
while
there
doing
you
You
it.
know what I mean? dog?
Yeah, better
Yeah.
bring your extra tidy whities, bro.
But
Hey,
but
you
Chad,
don't go-
that's
you
what
don't go
stresses me
nice,
out.
bro.
That's what stresses me out is that like I feel you. I feel like Gen Zs have like a certain like level of resilience to certain things, but like, dude, those freaked out when they heard Eminem's fucking
Yeah, it's
stand.
old stuff. Yeah.
When they heard Eminem's old shit, Gen Zs went off, bro.
They wanted to try canceling him, but
Okay, but
you
Gen-
can't
which
cancel the
Gen
best
Z-
rapper of
Cancel
all
Eminem,
time.
bro.
You
Never,
can't
ever.
cancel the best hip hop artist of
Never.
all time. It's Eminem. Like it
Which-
or not, he sold the most. He raps the best. I'm sorry, bro.
Which Gen Zs
anyway,
are we talking
back to
about?
the topic.
Allegedly.
So let's talk a little bit on survival, because we were talking about Durban being like one of our biggest targets. So for us, just like the movie 2012, when
Which
all
was
that-
a lot of bullshit.
yeah, but obviously
Because you know what I was doing in 2012 on that day? I was smoking a joint with my friends for the last time. That's what I thought was gonna happen.
thought, yeah.
Yeah, because they kept
Just
on
like
shooting
how we
us.
all thought the internet was gonna die in the year 2000. Like,
No, that
fuck,
was
we just got the internet in South Africa. Now it's
Yeah,
gonna
because
end,
we
bro.
just stopped buffering.
Like, what the
We
fuck,
just
bro?
stopped LTE.
Come on, you bastards. And then you wake up on the 1st and everything's hush, bro,
Yeah,
you know? And we also went through an Aztec end of the world. Remember the Mayans thought the world was going to end in, I think, 2015 or something?
That's where we all went.
But we're here in
We were
2025.
over it. We are over it already.
I think that was just as far as they could count, my
Yeah.
man. That was, or they only counted up until they got wiped out themselves.
Yeah,
You know?
facts. That's what it feels
Because
like.
imagine how long it took to fucking chisel those fucking things, bro.
Or maybe they didn't pay the guy. And he said,
They had that premonition 6 years ago. They only just put that fucking that
Or
stone
may-
there now, bro.
or maybe they stopped paying the guy. And he said, "Nah, I'm losing this thing,
Yeah.
bro. Someone else do
It
this."
takes 6 years for me to sculpt it. It's each calendar.
Nah, fuck. Yours are
You don't pay
different,
me
us,
enough
bruh.
for this shit.
But true stories, bro. That thing must have taken him long to
Shitload time, bro. Long time.
So maybe the oak pig before he could carry on with the rest of them, bro.
He left it to the sun, and the sun wasn't interested.
Yeah.
You know why your buddy tunes? What are you doing when you're there? Now you'll understand after this episode. Fuck, but survival, Ryan. I agree, bro. I think if we're talking World War III, and there's a possibility that it may happen because now we're talking about there being a chance.
Can you stop adjusting your microphone? There we go.
Yes, it's because he's just like
the
this
bird.
sounds like payback.
Our place to be is
that was a little bit
the
tight.
Berg.
I can't move the mic. It's a little bit
It's
tight.
just like the movie 2012 because there's no infrastructure there, so there's nothing that any country would want to bomb. It's remote. There's water. You can get food there if you know how to. So it's the right thing to do. If something happens, we're jumping in Chad's big
Nissan.
in his Nissan, and we're hitting at the Berg. I got a 10-man tent. We built for survival. I grew up in the 90s, my man. I can catch animals, skin them just like yours. I'm
Yeah,
white,
well,
but
that-
I can skin an animal if
Yeah,
I want
because
to.
you skinning an animal and me skinning an animal is like light years apart. Because me, I'm 15 minutes. You, a goat will take you 2 hours.
You forget food is my game.
Yeah,
Kazi.
but true,
Any
true,
form of
true.
meat, I can carve that thing up.
But this is my question for you boys. Right?
Why did he have
For
to
you-
say
for
it
you
like
boys,
that, Ryan?
For you boys at war, at war, right? At war. At war. If you had to pick one person in your life, and guys, don't give me a whole fucking diary. Just tell me the person and why. Because we end up fucking vying lapasad and you know what I mean? So, gents, if there's one person that would be your survival, what was it? Wingman. Who would be your wingman? Like, it could be anyone. And guys, don't be emotional. It's fucking war, bruh. Like, you know what I mean? Like, who's the one person you're picking?
I'm picking. It's a toss-up between two people.
Oh, here we go. This is the story I was talking about.
It's gonna be Bradley Prismo,
Beavis.
my eldest,
Captain Fantastic.
longest friend. That oak can fish. He can catch animals. And my second one is gonna be my friend Justin Carroll.
Yeah.
But he lives in New Zealand, so I'm pretty much fucked. Beavis lives in England, so either
You're
way,
pretty
I'm pretty
much
fucked.
fucked,
So I'm
yeah.
gonna be living by myself. But ideally, in a perfect situation, it would be either one of them, because things that I can't do, like I'm not a fisherman, bro.
Beavis can fish.
Both of them. Justin was a South African fisherman before he went overseas.
What a shitty
And-
job in South Africa.
Yeah, you
Fuck.
check he's a mechanic, so now he went to New Zealand and he lack a bucks.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
So it's Justin or
chasing
Beavis?
paper. Justin or Beavis, simply for what they can provide in a situation where food is not going to
What
be...
a great friend.
you
Simply
can't
for
go-
what they could provide.
No, but
Yeah,
in
fuck
that
with
type
you.
of situation, you got to think logically. Bro.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about, cool, I can do this, this, and this, so I'm limited to these things. These guys will have advantage in my crew because they can do the things I can't.
And NQ, You? Who's one person that would be your wingman to survive an American nuke that comes through?
Yo, I'd have a tight one between two people.
Fuck, there's a
I'm
story
sorry,
again.
It's always like
no,
that.
it has to. It
has
has
to.
to.
I've
That's
got
why-
one oak, see?
Nah, we know.
But carry
O's,
on.
bro. We've got lethal O's in our
We
sword.
got lives, cause
It would either be my homie Andre because of his mindset.
is he Afrikaans?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's a
Afrikaans.
farmer. Good. I understand the logic.
No, he's not a farmer, but he knows how to do shit. Like he
Andre
knows
Because
is
how
a
to-
he's
farmer.
Afrikaans.
He's
It's
a
in his
farmer.
blood, man.
You just don't know he's a
It's in
farmer.
his
And I,
blood.
and I, yeah,
He
he's
doesn't
in
know he's a
Stellenbosch.
farmer, but he's gonna find
But
out.
he's a farmer because he trusts me.
Yeah, but like I grew up with him from like very young, like
Yeah.
since he was 4. So like we have we understand. Like even when we played rugby together, we'd know things. You know, we'd know where the next person's going. So
Hendrik.
Andre,
Yeah, Andre.
yeah.
Okay.
Or
Andre
it'd have to
Pollard.
be, or it'd have to be my bra Chad, and that's because he doesn't.
He'll find
see-
all the pussy for you.
Not this
no,
Chad.
No, not this Chad.
Oh, not big Chad, small Chad.
I've got-
More small Chad.
No, tall
Catchable Chad.
Tall Chad.
Because
tall
we
Chad.
only roll with big Shads.
No, he's tall Chad.
Only
He's
big
tall
Shads
Chad.
in the house, dog.
I rip my boys.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
tall
yeah,
Chad. So yeah, because he doesn't see obstacles. He finds solutions. You know, and that person is very very vital.
Very
in
vital.
everything.
And
Like
Chad?
he's a solution driven
Yeah.
person.
Yeah, but like, solutions are critical. Solutions are critical, right? Right, super critical. But
So is food.
Please hear this. This you're gonna want to hear.
Wow, what you mean?
Because it sounds like you're gonna say, hey, I wanna
Hey,
fucking call up Benson.
No, bro.
Kazi,
Cause I got
you dying.
I got a family, cause I don't just have one person. I got like 2 brothers and a buddy. I'm buying with
Yeah,
them.
but
We're
who's your
gonna-
wingman?
Yo, that's who we. That's
who
who,
you
we
taking-
saving, bro.
Yeah.
That's who we saving.
What you mean?
Like,
That's
of
who we
course,
saving. I'm buying with them.
they're gonna save you.
No, we all vying together. Don't worry, cause we're vying hand in hand. Let's buy.
Chad, you
Yeah,
have-
look,
us, bro.
You have to
definitely
choose
gonna
one
have- I'm
person.
definitely
You have
gonna
one
have my family
opportunity.
there.
So who would you pick?
One opportunity.
To be a wingman
One
at
person.
war.
Like someone who's gonna add to your crew of you and your parents and your,
Or it's
your
just,
brother.
we all gonna add value. Bali can fish. He's got a boat.
Hey, 'cause
Hey,
there we go. You got
Yeah,
a boat.
bro.
Yeah,
what you
but
mean?
who would you pick? Who would you pick? Who would you pick?
I'm going with the unit.
Yes,
You have to, bro.
Can't be this difficult. I'm moving with the unit.
What, like a best friend?
No, not a best
What's my
friend.
best friend gonna do? He
Someone
can't
that's
fish.
gonna add value. Someone that's gonna add. My best friend can't fish. They're fucking playing Fortnite.
Yeah,
Most
bro. My
effective
mates can't
person.
fucking-
Most effective person that will make sure that you're
You guys
you're
survive.
That's not your
surviving.
Hey,
family.
probably my Bali, bro. He's got training.
That's
he can
not
fish.
your family.
What you mean?
That's not your family. Someone that's
Oh.
not family. Yeah, you'll
Bruh,
survive if
my-
you rock with
dude,
the
my-
pali.
Like I say, my
Or your
mates don't know how
family.
to
Your
fish and
family's
stuff,
fine.
bro.
Hey,
you'll
I
all
used to be a
Yeah.
cut back in the
Cause I can
90s,
chow
eh?
muscles, bro. I'll chow muscles off the rock, whatever.
They're all surfers, but can't do the rest. No, I feel you. It's
Their
it's a
camp,
trip.
their camp will be on the beach.
Yeah, cause
Yeah, exactly. Cause
that camp is blowing up first one.
But
First-
the best thing about the ocean is it provides, bro.
you know
In
who I would take?
abundance, cuz you can go to the beach twice a day at low tide and feed your family for fuck all.
For me, out of everyone that you guys picked, ne, I mess with it, bro. But for me, I would want to pick someone who's got the skill of hunting, ne. So for me, I would. Obviously, I asked it's one person, right?
Benson
So
wants a
I would
hand.
take I'll take my older brother. Why? Is because no matter how the argument would be, even now as things are okay in life and World War III hasn't come, we will always argue, but we will always get to a point of sorting it out. You know what I mean? It's the same thing they say to, like, you know, these podcasts that are always trying to explain to chicks that, hey, you're not the brightest tool in the shade. You know what I mean? You know those podcasts.
It's not the sharpest tool in the shed,
yeah.
and it's not the brightest candle on the cake.
Same thing, dog, to me. Hey, what you mean? By now, I'm supposed to be done with English. There's no more airtime. I've been speaking English the whole day.
It's
cuz.
running out.
It's running out,
But
depleting.
in all honesty, you are very articulate.
Kazi.
At what happens when you go to like a majority white school in the early 90s.
ask this one, cause you don't know. I had best of both worlds.
I know that's what that's why I said the early 90s, bro. Because
Yeah.
in the 2000s
hundreds.
you had a different school.
Yeah, no,
You're learning a different culture.
he had the English was still right.
Yeah, Langa
Before
can be
was
Kasi
diluted.
and suburb.
all the
bro.
time, cause all the
And he
time.
can switch from one to the other depending on who's in his close proximity, like, you know.
Shut.
He can switch it on.
He
just
pays
like
too
this,
much
bro.
attention at
Ah!
the joke.
No, I do pay attention. And I've known you most of our lives, bro. So, I mean,
Yeah.
I can also turn on the gangster every now and again. I like to keep him at bay because you guys don't like him. He's the, he's the bad wolf, you know.
I feel like your gangster sounds like colored. Like don't mess with me, bruh. Don't go crazy on you.
But gentlemen, look, survival World War III. I know for a fact there are people that you're gonna wanna, and we're gonna go around, guys. We're wrapping up now. NQ, we're wrapping up now.
Yeah, not another 20-minute
Another 20
adventure.
minutes. Wait, look, guys, I found. but wait,
I've
before you
got.
go,
I need to say something.
who
guys.
would be
Nah, I'm
who would
joking.
be who would be your weakest link in your family? Look, you're not leaving them behind, but who would be
Nah, dude.
dead weight?
I
Who
can't.
would
I
be
can't.
dead
I
weight?
can't talk about family.
I can't.
can't.
drop
Okay, out
that
of
bomb,
the
mate.
bras,
My
out of the
my
bras.
family watch the
Out of the
shows.
bras.
Eh?
Out
Out of the
Out of the
bras.
bras. Out of the bras.
Which prize?
I'll tell you who would be the weakest link in my family.
It'll
Shit.
be you. Cause
No, nigga. I'll be there vlogging.
Will you run from a lion? Will you run from a lion?
Nah, I'll be there vlogging, cause
well, I don't want to pimp him yeah on
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
leave
it's
it,
fast
leave
though.
it for
It's
them.
a
They
fast
don't know.
though.
They don't know the
It's
other
a
side.
fast
Yeah,
though.
But seriously, go around from out of the bras, because you guys don't want to talk around. Out of the bras, out of all the bras, who would be dead weight during World War III survival time? Guys, spin it real quick. Who would be dead weight?
I know a lot of my mates would say probably me because they only know Jolling Ryan. They don't know
Survival
Ryan.
Ryan.
They don't know Ryan who knows how to do shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a man, bro. I can do shit. So if I had to say who the least one I would like to, like, if you had to tune me out, come pick me up, please, the world's ending, I'd be like, sorry, the van's full.
Sorry, Kazi, the van's
Yes.
full.
It would probably have to be my friend Dean. And I'm not gonna say his surname.
He sounds
But
like
Dean
the
knows
guy.
it's him.
He probably will. Because that oak bro, there's not a serious bone in that oak's body, cause he doesn't take life seriously, bro. Like, I mean,
Look who's talking.
no, but like, look, dude,
He's beyond.
I see.
Wolf is
I see-
serious when he
I
needs to be.
see
I've
the
seen the
comical side to life
Yeah.
because you can either be depressed, your life sucks,
Yeah.
or you can be happy, your life sucks. I'd rather be fucking happy.
And Darren's not the one to take to war.
Yeah, Dean. Yeah,
Dean,
yeah,
sorry.
Dean. He's small. He's skinny. He's
got a
an
couple-
accountant, bro.
he's got a couple
He's
of
an
bongs at
accountant.
Palsy.
No, he's on the harder stuff. So it's like, you don't really want someone like that
Yeah, no.
running around.
Yeah.
Well, it's the end of the world, and all he's thinking about is where his dealer stashed his things. You know what I'm saying? No,
That's hilarious. Who's the one
that oak's
person?
dying first, except.
Who's the one person out of the prize?
None
that
of
will
my
hold you back?
soldiers, bro. I only move with soldiers. I won't lie, bro. Everyone I move with.
Yes,
is
that's such a
lethal.
PR answer for someone that's a
No.
part of the podcast. You're not even a
No,
guest.
dude. No.
There has to be a
serious.
weak nigga in
Dude,
your scheme.
Dude,
Even
really,
make someone up,
I
like
don't-
Dean.
Yeah,
Gents,
like make a Dean up.
gents, I'm really intentional. All of my niggas are killers, dude. Like, not just like in a literal sense, but like they have to be.
They can
have to be on
they
that
can rock up when
frequency.
it's time to
They
rock up.
need to rock up, and that's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
requirement of my boys.
100%.
Like, you have to be.
So
in
do you
shape.
regard us
We-
as your boys?
No, listen, bro. I've been telling
You
you.
started
I was
off
get-
with no.
What,
I'm
what did
worried
I-
already.
Listen. What did I tell you today at the podcast? Did I not say you guys must all get into the gym? Eh?
I'm already in the gym.
Exactly. I was telling
Yeah,
you, everyone needs to be a
fucking-
killer, dude. We can't not have the skills when we need them. You
For
never
sure.
know when we're gonna
Hand
need
to hand combat.
So,
you gotta be
yeah.
able
So
to
none of you,
protect
so
yourself,
none of your
bro.
boys, so none
None
of
of
your
my boys, bro.
none of your boys.
Small
Chad,
circle, but we strong.
Chad,
Strong as hell.
who's the weakest link? I already know who it is, bro.
Benson
fuck,
Strax.
He's got a fucking nickname that we gave him.
Who's it?
Shit, something boy. Shit, what's his name?
Boyish.
No, man, we gave him a nickname and then it ended with boy.
I know who you're talking about.
Give it to me. What the fuck are you? It's on the tip of my
Spider-Bite
tongue.
boy.
Spider-Bite boy.
That sounds like a problem.
Yeah, big problem. It's not Spider-Man. It's Spider-Bite boy. He got bit by a spider and he had the biggest fucking shit on his leg. But anyway, yeah, who you not taking?
Yeah, I'd probably say him as well, maybe. I don't know. Yeah. Well, I don't know, bro. He can fish, bro. So
Yeah, he can
you
fish.
check it's what
He
you
can
bring
fish.
to the
But he
table,
attracts
bro.
spiders, though. You can see.
hey, that's his problem.
That's a big problem
It's
for Cam.
Survivor, cause the oaks who catch fish don't get voted off first, my friend.
So you don't put us on blast, but Kingsley is definitely the guy I'm not taking to war. It's between him and Michael Gibbons. It's between him and Michael Gibbons. Those are the two niggas I'm not taking to war, but those are my prize. But ladies and gentlemen, look, I think we've had a really dope one, a super one,
Funny one.
a funny one. Look, World War III is not a funny topic, but then again, we are human beings. We're gonna have a couple of laughs. We're gonna have a couple of conversations about everything. So I think just on behalf of the whole team, it's shout out to you guys that keep on liking, subscribing, commenting. Even if you're the only person there, we super appreciate it. And we are going to see you on the next one. I see Chad picking up a mic. He's about to say some stuff.
Yeah, no, I just want to say we're just here for entertainment, so don't take anything too seriously. We're just here for a laugh, having a joke, you know. But yeah, hope you enjoyed.
I don't know why Chad explains that because
Yeah,
I think...
because literally we have a disclaimer that pops up on the video. I think.
Bruh, shit. But look, from myself, Wolf, my brother, it's been another dope one. Yeah. We're going to have another dope one next week. NQ, you know what it is.
Shout out.
Yes, sir. And Chad's already said something to you guys. So from Megam Chepula and the rest of the team, peace out and stop being a hater.
See you later.
Taco. Yes, sir.